Good morning, guys. We're in Wadsworth, Ohio this morning, waiting to get in the shop. And just about 8 o'clock here, 27 degrees. But I thought I'd show you the airbags. I've been sitting since last evening. So you see the airbags are down. Totally deflated. And you can kind of see how the truck is sitting down like a low rider there. I call that the abandoned truck look. He should be here any minute and we'll get our day started. I do appreciate you stopping in to the Trucker John Show. Glad you're here. If you're new to the channel, we do a trucking vlog here. Pretty much just a daily kind of diary video, but a little bit of music, a little bit of scenery, a little bit of talking, just whatever gets on there. Okay guys, thanks for joining in. All right, we are all done in the shop. It is 11:30 a.m. And we got to get hooked back up to our trailer. Getting pretty good at doing that one-handed now. All right, so we got a couple air leaks issues solved. The main leak was the ABS valve that sits up underneath the front, right between the radiator and the engine down low there. There's an ABS valve. One of the fittings, quick connect fittings going into that was leaking, so we put in a regular fitting on that and found a couple other little leaks around some other fittings on the airbag, which we fixed. And need a new leveling valve on the tractor. That's leaking a little bit on the air suspension on the tractor. That's leaking a little bit. So we have to order that. We don't have that. So he's going to order that today, and I'm going to try to stop back by here Sunday evening and get that put on. And found we got a charge air cooler leak. It's not the actually charge air cooler, it's an EGR leak. I have one of those Dorothy systems from Pittsburgh Power on here that collects the soot, which never really worked that good, but that's another story. And it's leaking. We're going to remove that system and just put the regular old crossover pipe back on. But got to get a couple new gaskets for that. So we'll be stopping here hopefully Sunday night and getting that work done. If not, I just have to stay here Sunday night and he'll work on it Monday morning. Gotta wait and see how early I get loaded on Sunday. Now let's check this pen. Okay, that's good. So anyway, we're gonna get going. We got about 7 hours over to Conklin, New York. Going to do a drop and hook and head on home. Going to get fuel somewhere along the way. Should be home by 9 o'clock or so, I guess tonight. 9, 10 o'clock, should be home. We'll see how it goes. It's cloudy today. It has warmed up. It's about 30 now, so it's feeling kind of warm. All right, time to roll on out of here. It's 11:45 now. We've got 405 miles to Conklin. little bit of a rough driveway here. This is the back way out, but that's the way I'm facing, so. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna try to be back over here Sunday night and get those things fixed on the truck. New leveling valve for the suspension, and put the original crossover pipe back on for the charge air. Or the EGR, I guess that's the EGR flow, the crossover. But got a little bit of soot on the side of the motor. That's how we noticed it. Well, I should say that's how my mechanic noticed it. I put that Dorothy system on the truck well, just over a year ago, and it really never has collected a lot of soot. And actually it comes in contact with the steering column sometimes, the steering shaft that goes down through there. So I'm going to get it off there, put the old original, what came on the motor, back on. Sounded like a good idea that it would pull the soot out of the EGR airflow and collect it in the bottom of that canister, but never really seemed to work. I've seen videos of it working on other trucks, so I don't know. I can't imagine my truck runs that clean. It's the same motors everybody else has got. I mean, they were showing these Cummins motors with collecting a whole cup full of soot down in the bottom. I've never had more than a little bit of dust in there, so I don't know. That's just saying my experience with it. Plus where it's mounted, it's maybe a ½ inch, little 3/4 of an inch from the steering shaft that runs from the firewall down to the steering box, and it sits beside it. And when you make a left-hand corner, sometimes it rubs on the steering shaft. I did call Pittsburgh Power about it, and they've never heard of that happening to anybody else, so. Well, here we are, beautiful downtown Wadsworth, Ohio. Nice little town here. Nice Ford Raptor there, yeah. Didn't make that light. Yeah, so we're coming up to I-76 right up here. We're going to get on I-76 and just a couple exits over to Ohio 21. Take that north to 77. up to 271, on to 90, 90 over into Pennsylvania by Erie. Right after Erie, we'll pick up 86 into New York, all the way across to Binghamton. And Conklin's just south on 81, a couple exits. We'll do a drop and hook there, and I don't know if we'll get fuel before, on the way, in Ohio, in Pennsylvania, or in New York, not sure yet. And then we'll head on home. So right now I got, my clock has started, so I did my pre-trip. I got 7 hours and 35 minutes left, and it's 402 miles to Conklin. That's 7 hours and 35 minutes before I have to take a 30-minute break. So more than likely we're probably going to have to do a 30-minute break en route. We'll see. arriving at Dick's Distribution Center here in Conklin, New York. Alright, so we're inside Dick's here, inside the distribution center. We got a parking spot assigned to us to drop this loaded one. And then we're going to go find an empty. Let's see, where are we at? We've got... should be right here by this Snyder trailer. Yep, A18, okay. Dirty as hell inside. Dirty as hell inside. Okay. Oh, winter chicken dinner. Nice and clean, that one. Little bit of dust, but not bad. I think we're gonna grab this one. All right, we are out of here. All right, next stop, we're gonna get fuel, and then we'll be on our way home. Alright guys, we got our fuel here at the TA in Binghamton, New York. I don't know what them two guys are doing. Just parked in the middle of the driveway. So it's alright. Anyway, like I was saying, we got our fuel here at Binghamton. And 82 miles to the house. And we had a pretty good week this week, pretty uneventful, except for a little cold weather and a little ice. Pretty good week for the loads. Of course, the one going down to Huntsville out of Latham is always a good load. Got a good rate on it. And this load coming back up here had a real good rate on it. I mean, I had to do a pretty good deadhead for it, but it was still worth it. My deadhead was about 240 miles. Anyway, I do appreciate everybody stopping in and watching the Trucker John show. We'll be back on Sunday for our next vlog. We're going to have the next 2 days off. Friday and Saturday off, and then we'll be back to work Sunday. So we'll see you again on Sunday. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and do that. Leave me a comment down below. Leave me a thumbs up. And we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.